Yo, kid.
I saw you try.
What's up? How you doing? Degree freak. Hey, how you doing? So nice to see you. How are you? That's it, baby. That's it. I said, that's my what's going on. That's it. The truck guy now. Truck guy. Yeah, I mean, some people would say what I have is now a truck. It's electric. It's definitely a lifestyle fight, so I'm not thinking about it. Low profile fires. Yeah. But like these roads are like constant, like all the potholes, everything. Literally, I was stuck twice in the last 6 months, like on the side of the road, like not close to my house. Like, and I was just like, okay. I'm like, I'm done. That's okay, that's fine. I'm finished. Get something local. It is nice. You couldn't see anything behind the house, dude. I can't see anything in front of the car in front of me. You know? And it's fun. It's a hell of a lot of fun. It whips. It whips around. Dude, it's and it's like it handles. How you doing, man?
Yeah, our people are.
Oh, it's good. So good. So good. How's the new, you know what, how's the new field? I haven't seen it. It must be beautiful. Is it field turf? Yeah. By the way, that matters. Like, if you want to have a good experience, like, what makes this field to me, what makes this field to watch a game, is because you have the elevated court. So you have perspective down in the field. Right? Like, usually in most fields, you're down like water on the field, trying to look at the fence. That's not really great. It's not really a great field. That's it. There you go. A couple bees. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
Good afternoon and welcome into WWPT 90.3 FM, or if you were tuned in through the O'Shea Productions YouTube live stream. My name is Thomas Scott, and I'm greatly joined here alongside my good friend Dylan Robin. We're coming to you live from 70 North Ave, and Dylan, we got a good one today. New Canaan takes the trip from upstate Connecticut to come down to Westport and take on the Wreckers. Dylan, first round of FCIACs. Today should be a fun one.
Completely agree with you there, Thomas. One thing about Staples High School that I absolutely love is I love the FCIAC, and I love when they're in the playoffs. FCIAC playoffs, greatest time of the year, Thomas.
Schlegelmilch takes the mound. We've seen this matchup earlier in the regular season. Staples came away with the win 7-0. Schlegelmilch did pitch that game, and he's back to do it again against the Rams. 2-1 the count to the leadoff hitter, Thomas Schulman.
Thomas, these New Canaan Rams hitters have a lot of familiarity with Bruce Schlegelmilch. He pitched a complete game shutout, actually, last time the Wreckers played the Rams at home just about a month ago.
This one is sent into right field, It drops into no man's land, and it goes for a base hit single for Thomas Schulman. So the Rams get started early, and out comes the Northwestern commit, Maddox Hoffman.
Thomas Schulman, the Middlebury commit, takes advantage of the lefty on righty matchup there. A nice leadoff single for the Rams to start the game hot.
Schulman on first, Hoffman at the plate. First pitch in the dirt, goes for ball one. Schlegelmilch has had some activity on the mound throughout this week. We're not totally sure how many pitches he exactly threw, although we did know he threw several. 1-0 to Hoffman. Foul ball is high into the parking lot. Right onto a car.
Not the best parking lot, right near the field. Foul balls all the time hitting cars here. Not the ideal spot to park your car when there's a baseball game going on.
1-1 to Hoffman. Schulman on first. Schlegelmilch looks to first. Nothing there. The pick off to first, not in time. Brill makes the catch, but Schulman is back to the bag in time. Dylan, it's a pretty beautiful day for some baseball, I have to say. Got kind of lucky. I thought it was going to rain on us a little bit, but looks like we're going to be fine. Knock on wood. 1-1 to Hoffman. Schlegelmilch couldn't find the zone. Brings up a 2-1. This New Canaan dugout is very loud. Two and 1 to the Northwestern commit. The pitch is high. 3-1 the count now. Schulman on first. Things are looking positive for the Rams early.
Gotta think it's fastball here, Thomas.
We've seen him reach into the mid-90s throughout the season. It's a matter of, is his arm prepared to do it versus the Rams today? 3-1 pitch. Hoffman sends a fly ball out to left. Chase Landgraf is called off. Jack Jacobs elects to make the play. He makes the catch and gets the first out of the first inning. Looks like Chase Landgraf had that, but the very last second, Jack Jacob comes in and takes it. So one out in the top of the first. Schulman remains on first. And out comes Tristan McAllister, the pitcher, who will be on the mound today for the Rams.
Schlegelmilch has looked for the pickoff of Thomas Schulman multiple times tonight, has been unable to catch him leading there, but is a little bit concerned out of his base stealing ability. Goes there again for the pickoff, but he's safe.
It's been several pickoffs throughout 3 batters for Bruce Schlegelmilch. We have 2 college arms on mounds today. Schlegelmilch going to Brown. And the batter that's up, McAllister, going to Tufts. This pitch outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. One out. Shulman on first. 1 ball, 0 strikes. Play to second. Nothing there. Shulman advances off the steal. DeTore couldn't really get it on target.
And Schlegelmilch's concerns about Shulman stealing were validated there. He takes off immediately. DeTore could not get it over to the second base, and New Caden's going to have a runner in scoring position.
2 balls, 0 strikes to McAllister. Shulman on second. McAllister takes ball 3. Tough positioning for Schlegelmilch at the moment. Scoring position for the Rams. 3-0. Green light for McAllister. McAllister takes strike 1. 3-1 the count now. 1 out. Shulman on second in the top of the first. 3-1 to McAllister. He's fouled off, and just like that, Schlegelmilch has worked his way up back to a full count.
And that's what's so special about him. When he is behind in the count, Schlegelmilch can get himself back in it and win these counts. He's done it repeatedly throughout this season. And when he's on the mound, Staples always knows that they are going to have a good chance.
Full count to McAllister. Shulman on second, 1 out. This one can't find the zone. So a walked batter in the top of the first. And Tristan McAllister advances to first base. First and second for the Rams. 1 out. And here comes Adrian Delicata.
Another lefty.
First baseman for the Rams. First and second. Fresh count to Delicata. First pitch swinging. Fouled off behind him, goes for strike 1.
Under the roof of the Staples Snack Shack over there.
Staples coming off a win versus Richfield, 4-3. Throughout these past 3 games, they have kind of been struggling. Oh, 0-1 to Delicata, first and second for the Rams. Time is called, and it is granted. Like I mentioned, they lost to St. Joe's, lost to West Hill. They got the win versus Richfield, and now they're in the first round of FCIACs against the Rams. 0-1 to Delicata, finds the zone for strike 2.
And Thomas, Staples is actually the 2 seed in this tournament.
Staples is the 2 seed.
The Rams are the 7 seed, but they caught a pretty good break getting the 2 seed rather than the 3 seed, which is what Trumbull got and who will play the winner of these 2 teams.
0-2 to Delicata is cranked into right, drops into the grass. Shulman elects to stay at third, but we got bases loaded.
And you know, Thomas, I don't want to jinx anything here, but have to say, last time the Wreckers were playing the Rams, Schlegelmilch was in this exact same situation. Bases loaded, 1 out in the top of the first inning, and he was able to get out of it without a run allowed.
This is tough. This is tough. I mean, bases loaded. Grant Hickey up to the plate. But it's not looking good for Schlegelmilch at the moment.
I really like how New Canaan is overloading the lefties into the top of the lineup.
Fresh count to Hickey. Takes strike 1. 0-1 the count.
Puts Schlegelmilch at a disadvantage. Just to begin with, the left versus right angle. A little bit easier for the batter.
0-1 to Hickey. Just above the zone. Brings up 1-1. 1 out. Schlegelmilch only the top of the first, but still looking to find himself. 1-1 to Hickey. Barely finds the zone. Brings up 1-2. Get one pitch here, you only got one more batter and you avoid some trouble.
You know, I got to think that last pitch was in the mid to low 90s. That one had some heat on it.
1-2 to Hickey is high. High and right.
Seems like when Schlegelmilch tries to get creative with the off-speed, they are not as on target as when he's just throwing the fastballs.
2-2 to Hickey. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Can't find the zone, just high. Brings up another full count. Dylan Staples has been in several tough positions, this one including.
Has to be fastball right down the middle here.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Grant Hickey. Doesn't swing on it, finds the zone. And Bruce Schlegelmilch gets the second out of the top of the first.
Exactly that, Thomas. Schlegelmilch going to what he is most comfortable with. The fastball's right down the middle. Gets Hickey looking there. Now there's 2 outs in this inning, and Schlegelmilch and the Wreckers look to escape unscathed.
So here comes Valente. 2 outs, bases loaded. First pitch to Valente is cranked into right. It's foul, but significantly far.
Just a bit late on that was Valente. If he got contact a little bit earlier, that could have been dangerous.
2 outs, bases loaded. 0-1 to Valente. Can't find the zone as Schlegelmilch brings up 1-1. Still bases loaded. 1-1 to Valente. This pitch high. 2-1. 2 more pitches that are in the zone for Schlegelmilch. And he escapes some trouble. He chooses to take his time, back off the mound for a second. Two outs, bases loaded for the Rams. 2-1 to Valente. He swings and misses. Brings up a 2-2. 1 pitch away.
You know, I think he gets into his off-speed stuff here. I think we see it.
2 outs, bases loaded, top of the first. 2-2 count to Valente. He asks for time, and that is granted. Two and 2 pitches, swung on, and just fouled off. Just barely got a piece of it. Brings up another full count. Excuse me, actually, that won't bring up another full count. However, there has been about 2 or 3 full counts we've already seen in the top of the first. 2 outs, bases loaded.
And it would be a real shame and pretty demoralizing for the Rams if they cannot get a run in here.
All you got to do is find a gap for Valente. 2 and 2 pitch is swung on and drilled right to Bruce, who can't make the play at the plate. Schulman is safe. Another one comes, and that's 2 runs scored for the Rams off a brutal mistake from Bruce Schlegelmilch.
That is something you rarely see out of Schlegelmilch, the Brown commit. Just overthrows a pretty routine toss to Dettori there. And what could have been no runs allowed in the inning, the New Canaan Rams are now up 2-0.
Also, he could have made the play at first base.
I think he could have ran himself and got in there.
It's just a costly mistake, and 2 runs scored for the Rams. Second and third still.
And the other issue with this is his pitch count in this first inning has been pretty high. Schlegelmilch has been on the mound for a while now and raises some concerns about how deep into the game can he go? Can he go 7 innings? Or Will he be capped at 5 or 4?
Ungaro swings on the first pitch. Cicero to Brill is in time. And Staples gives up 2 runs, but still escapes some late inning trouble. And we're headed in to the bottom of the first. 2-0 is your lead for the New Canaan Rams. I'm still shocked by the play that Schlegelmilch made, but all you got to do is regather yourself in the dugout, come out. If you get to that bat, capitalize on it, then come back out onto the mound. Fix your mistakes.
A player like Schlegelmilch's caliber, mentally tough there. He has been in these situations before. I do not expect the error to affect him at all. I expect him to bounce back, have a pretty good day the rest of the day as well. As we get our first looks of Tristan McAllister on the mound. The righty committed to Tufts.
So we've had a lot of matchups for Staples that have been 2 college arms on the mound. This one's pretty special. McAllister is when Staples played New Canaan in earlier in the regular season, McAllister did not pitch, and I think that is the main reason why Staples won by 7-0 actually. So McAllister is really the orchestrator of this New Canaan defense, and he's 100% going to cause trouble for the Staples offense. We mentioned it before the game, but we kind of predicted that this may be a low scoring game because we got 2 extremely talented pitchers. But I mean, Staples just let in 2, so never know. Cicero will lead off for Staples.
Incredible batting average this season. Pretty sure it's over 500, Thomas. He has been so excellent. Coach McFarland calls him the best second baseman in the state, and I'm going to have to agree with him on that one. Defensively and offensively, Jules Cicero has just been phenomenal this season.
So Staples really has to get some runs back here. It's 2-0, the Rams lead off of an error from Bruce Schlegelmilch in the top of the first. McAllister, the Tufts commit on the mound. Cicero to lead things off for Staples. First pitch to Cicero. Curveball, can't find the zone, goes for ball 1. One ball, 0 strikes to Jules Cicero. Takes ball 2. 2-0 count now. Two-0 pitch. Can't find the zone once again. 3-0 now for Cicero.
And Cicero is such a speedy base runner. If he can get on base with a walk here, the Wreckers can possibly have someone on second.
That's exactly what happened here. 4 pitches, 4 balls. And Cicero has no trouble in his first at-bat. And he gets to first base, and out comes the Shark, is what we call him, Cole Landgraf.
Back from injury.
Lead. Back from injury. 2-0 lead for the Rams. First pitch to Landgraf. Finds the zone for strike 1. Brings up 0-1. Cicero on first. McAllister on the mound. (0-1) to Landgraf is not swung on. Can't find the zone. 1-1 count. One and one to Landgraf in the dirt. Cicero will get to second with ease. Brings up a 2-1 count.
And now any single in the outfield could most likely get Cicero home here.
100%. Find a gap. Staples could have a run. Two and one pitch to Landgraf. Above the zone. Brings up 3-1 the count. Cicero on second. Zero outs. 3-1 to Landgraf. Swung on and fouled off behind. Brings up 3-2. Full count to Cole Landgraf. Three and two pitch to Landgraf. Takes strike three. Looking on that one. And that goes for the first out of the bottom of the first.
And McAllister just out-duels Landgraf there. A long at-bat. New Canaan with the win gets the first out of the inning.
Cicero on second, so still in some scoring chances for Staples. Vega takes ball one. It's Cicero, Landgraf, and Vega 1 through 3. Kelly, Schlegelmilch, and Walters 4 through 6. And then Brill, Chase Landgraf, and Jack Jacobs to clean things up. One out, 1-0 to Vega. Curveball finds the zone for strike one. One out. Cicero on second. 1-1 pitch to Vega. Low. Kelly on deck. 2-1 pitch to Vega. Swings on this one. High fly ball into right center. Hegel calls it off. Makes the play. Which brings up the second out of the bottom of the first.
Cicero not willing to test Hegel's arm there. Seemed like the right decision as ball wasn't too deep into right field, about mid to short. So he remains on second base.
So here comes Mark Kelly. 2 outs. Find a gap, possibly score a run. New Canaan will talk things over. Hoffman briefly visits the mound with McAllister. It's a 2-run lead for the Rams. And after a pop-up from Vincent Vega, Mark Kelly steps to the plate. 2 outs. 2-1 to Kelly. Swung on and sent over to shortstop. Now back to first. Play is in time. And that's going to do it for the bottom of the first. Mark Kelly couldn't get much to go, and neither could the Staples bats, really. Got Cicero on the walk. 4 straight pitches, 4 straight balls. Then after that, the bats were silent. And like I mentioned, against a pitcher like McAllister, it's going to be tough for them to get their runs in. So they really got to capitalize on all the opportunities that they can get. Two-run lead for the Rams.
And Thomas, if I'm Bruce Schlegelmilch here, my goal is to get out of this inning quick and get the Rutgers batters back. It would be a huge momentum swing if this could be a quick 1-2-3 inning or something like that.
Schlegelmilch, although is pitching, he is leading off for the top of the second as well. It'll be Nico DeAndre for the Rams to lead things off for this inning. The shortstop who just made the play on Mark Kelly. Two-run lead for New Canaan. One down, 6 to go from Staples Baseball Field. DeAndre, first pitch, swinging. Deep into left, Chase Landgraf makes the play. But Staples definitely had their heart drop a little bit there. But an easy out for the Wreckers on the defensive side.
You know, that's the thing about baseball, because you can make such great contract like DeAndre there and still get an out, but you could hit a blooper like New Canaan did earlier in the game, the first inning, and score 2 runs from it. It's really crazy how baseball really depends where you end up putting the ball, not as much how you hit it.
So here comes Benny Hegel, last hitter in this Ram batting lineup. 0-2 to Hegel. 1 out. 0-2 pitch. Can't find the zone. Brings up ball 1. Schlegelmilch looks a little bit more comfortable here than he did in the first inning. 1-2 to Hegel. Is drilled. Finds the center field gap. And he's got himself a base hit. Right in between Cicero and Walters. And the Rams, their bats are firing.
And now they got the top of the order with 3 committed baseball players and their next 3 batters in Shulman, Hoffman, and McAllister. And Schlegelmilch struggled against them in the first inning, so it'll be very interesting to see how he responds now.
You know, I think Schlegelmilch's mindset just has to be, let me get through these first 3 hitters, and then I can figure things out. But doing so is a very tough task. Thomas Shulman. First pitch curveball, can't find the zone. Brings up ball 1. 1-0 the count, 1 out. And Hegel on first.
You know, I wonder, that seemed a little bit like a kind of a pitch out to see if Hegel was going, and it looked like he hesitated for a bit. Stepped back after seeing Dettori could have had a chance to throw him out.
1-0, elects to bunt. Dettori played a second, not in time.
So he does go this time.
Does go this time, and Hegel is safe at second. Looks like we have an injury at second with Benny Hegel. He's stolen to second. He did slide, but just a little bit slow to get up. It's Shulman at the plate. Hegel elects to stay out there.
Looks like the hand.
Looks like the hand. The right hand, he's shaking it. Regardless, he'll stay on the bag. 1 out. 2-1 to Shulman. 2-0 to Shulman, excuse me. Two and 0. Shulman sends one to Cicero. Play to Brill is in time. Hegel advances to third, but that'll bring up the second out of the top of the second.
And if I'm New Canaan, I'm not too mad about that. They started the at-bat with 1 out and a man on first base. Now there are 2 outs, but Hegel is on third base.
Hegel on third. Find a gap. It's a 3-run lead for New Canaan. Here comes Hoffman. 1-0 count.
As the wind is picking up and weather is chilling a little bit here at Staples.
1-0 to Hoffman. Sent deep into left. Chase Landgraf has the track. Bounces off the wall. Landgraf can't get it. Hoffman gets to second. And Hegel scores. It's a 3-run lead for the Rams in the top of the second.
The Northwestern commit showing off his talent. An absolute moonshot into left field. Almost eclipses the wall, just hits the top of it, and it's going to be a huge RBI double to extend the lead to 3 for the new Canaan Rams.
And Dylan, if that's into right, that's a homer, no doubt. It's just that blue monster over there, slightly taller than the rest of the field. 2 outs. 0-0 to the Tufts commit and the pitcher for this game, McAllister. Dylan, Staples took a loss in the first round of FCIAC last year, so if they do that again, that would be 2 straight years where they lost in the first round of the FCIAC tournament.
And this year is really not the year that they should be losing.
1-0 to McAllister. Swung on, sent deep into right. Landgraf makes the play. And that's going to do it for the top of the second. 1 run scores for the Rams. Staples down by 3 early.
Like I was saying, Thomas, this is really not the year for them to lose. It's actually the year for them to go and win this thing. Very favorable seeding, locking up the 2 seed in this FCIAC playoffs. And not an easy path, but a relatively easier path with New Canaan and then Trumbull avoiding St. Joe's and avoiding Norwalk and avoiding Ward until possibly the final, who you could argue that Staples, Ward, and Norwalk and St. Joe's, top 4 teams in the FCIAC, and the Records would only have to play one of them to win an FCIAC finals.
Absolutely. I mean, they lost to St. Joe's in the first round of FCIAC last year. And I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, they got such a strong senior squad. If this is the last FCIAC game they play, they're not going to be happy about it, that's for sure. Schlegelmilch will lead off for Staples.
Strong senior squad for the Wreckers, but there are some younger players that are making a lot of shine. 2 freshmen starting on varsity, and then obviously Schlegelmilch and Cole Landgraf, both juniors who are already committed to play college baseball respectively.
We have some other action on 90.3 tonight. The Staples lacrosse team will also play in the first round of FCIAC against the Greenwich Cardinals. That'll be Ethan Kastner and Ryder Sklar on the call from Paul Lane Field. That may interfere with our broadcast here, but we will be staying on the O'Shea Productions YouTube live stream. .3-0 lead for the Rams. Schlegelmilch to lead off in the bottom of the second. And his scuba theme song comes up as he walks to the plate. What do you think about that walk-up song, Dylan? Scuba?
I think it's great, Thomas. I really do, and when he hits home runs, it's even better.
Schlegelmilch, fresh count, first pitch. Takes strike 1. 0-1 the count. 3-0 the lead for the Rams.
Schlegelmilch is known for his pitching, but he can hit too. He has had a couple of dingers this season.
0-1 to Schlegelmilch. Swung on and missed. Brings up 0-2.
Behind early in the count, however, not the best sign.
0-2 to Schlegelmilch. Fouled off behind him. Staying alive in the at-bat. Walters on deck. After that, it's Connor Brill, followed by Chase Landgraf and Jack Jacob.
Very, very solid starting lineup for the Wreckers.
0-2 to Schlegelmilch. Swung on and missed. And Bruce Schlegelmilch is the first strikeout victim of McAllister so far tonight. brings up Nolan Walters. 1 out. 3-0 lead for the Rams. First pitch to Walters. Swung on and missed. A tough fastball from McAllister. Oh, 0-1 to Walters. Again, it swung on and missed. McAllister must be showing some weird pitches because I've seen a lot of swing and misses from Schlegelmelch and Walters in these past probably 7 or 8 pitches.
And now that McAllister is ahead in the count once again, he can really do whatever he wants. He has full control.
0-2 to Walters. Finds the zone, and it's a swing and a miss for Nolan Walters. Walters, yet another strikeout victim of Tristan McAllister. And McAllister is showing no trouble out on the mound today. Staples can't get their bats going. It's something they've struggled with in these past 3 games, St. Joe's, West Hill, and Richfield. That's something they got to change going into an FCIAC tournament. First pitch to Brill, finds the zone. 0-1 the count. 2 outs. Chase Landgraf on deck. 0-1 to Brill. Low. 1-1 the count. One and one to Brill. Another swing and a miss. That one looked a little bit high. Brill still elects to go. 1-2. 2 outs. 1-2 to Brill. Crushed into right. Drops into the grass. And Connor Brill has himself a base hit single. Looked like he wanted to go to second for a second. But regardless, he stays at first, and Connor Brill is on base.
Great hit by Brill there, but I have to give props to Jake Valente getting in front of that ball and limiting Brill to only a single there, because that was great contact, and it was pretty far and could have been damaging.
2 outs. Brill on first. First pitch to Landgraf is high. 1-0 to Landgraf. Brill didn't go. Two 2-0 count. McAllister the pitch. Can't find the zone. 3-0 count now. Against Cicero. Had 4 pitches and 4 balls. So far versus Landgraf, it's been 3 pitches, 3 balls. 3-0 to Landgraf. Finds the zone for strike 1. Brill still on first. Two outs. 3-1 to Chase Landgraf. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now. Another full count. Tristan McAllister has to deal with. Three and 2 to Landgraf. Swung on and fouled off to the right into the parking lot. Cars are safe. We've heard a dink earlier this game. This time, we're all clear.
Landgraf with 3 RBIs. Last time he played New Canaan. Looks to do just that again tonight.
Brill on first, 2 outs. The pick to first, not in time. Brill is safe. Two outs. 3-2 to Chase Landgraf. Curveball finds the zone for strike 3. Tristan McAllister showing no trouble on the mound so far tonight. And New Canaan has a 3-run lead heading into the 3rd.
Absolutely disgusting stuff from Tristan McAllister. 4 batters, 3 strikeouts. Gets out of the inning. And he has just been phenomenal tonight, Thomas.
I mean, we've seen a wide variety of pitches from him, too. I think Staples is just really not adjusting that well to a high-caliber pitcher like McAllister. 3-0 lead for the Rams here on 90.3. Thomas Scott and Dylan Robin coming to you live from 70 North later in the day at 5:30. You can tune in to the lacrosse game. That'll be Ethan Kastner and Ryder Sklar giving you the coverage of that first round of FCIAC. Winner of this game will head on to play Trumbull.
Mound visit for the Rackers, looking to get back on track here in this third inning.
Delicata, the first baseman, will lead off for the Rams. Schlegelmilch still trying to find himself. But I have no doubts he will.
Some activity in the Wreckers bullpen. So how long Schlegelmilch will stay on the mound will be something that will be very interesting to monitor.
Delicata on the first pitch. Didn't go.
He was thinking about it. He did want it. But
he was. The ump sent it to the third base umpire. Said he didn't go. 1-0. This one. Sent over to Walters at short. Play to first with Brill in time. Very good spread and catch by Connor Brill. And Staples has the first out of the top of the third.
A little worried there that Walters was going to throw it a little too far outside Brill, but a very nice play by the first baseman there.
There were talks of Cole Landgraf relieving Bruce Schlegelmilch, but I believe he would be in the bullpen if that were the case. He is still out and right. 1 out. First pitch to Hickey. Doesn't swing. Schlegelmilch finds the zone. Brings up 0-1. To Hickey. Swing and a miss. Schlegelmilch. A heated fastball on that one. Wind is picking up, Dylan. I completely agree with you, and that happens. Fly balls out into right, center, and left. It's tough for those outfielders.
Also tough for the hitters. Looks like they'll be hitting into the wind.
1 out. 0-2 to Hickey. Fouled off towards Staples High School. Brings up 0-2. Grant Hickey. This is designated hitter for the Rams. 0-2 pitch. Hickey. Over to Cicero. Play to Brill in time.
Routine ground out there.
So 2 outs. 3-0 lead for the Rams. To the count. First pitch to Valente is a strike. (0-1) to Valente, also finds the zone. Schlegelmilch, I think inning by inning, is finding his rhythm a little bit more. 0-2 to Valente. 3-0 the lead for the Rams. Valente swings at a low one. Drops into right center and has himself a base hit single. Right over the head of Jules Cicero, but not far enough for Landgraf.
That's really incredible by Valente. His bat finished down low about under his knees and looked like he finished his swing with one hand, and that ball still went far enough for an outfield single, and it's just very impressive with how poorly of a swing that was.
First pitch to Luke Ungaro is a strike. 2 outs, 0-1. 0-1 to the left fielder, Ungaro. To Ungaro in the dirt. Valente did not steal. Dettori had some trouble picking that one.
A busy day here today at Staples High School. The superfans are packed out for this baseball game. More have arrived in the recent minutes, and then would not be surprised if after this game is over, they transition over to Pauline Field for the Staples Boys Lacrosse taking on the Greenwich Cardinals.
Valente on first, 2 outs, 1-1 to Ungaro. 1-1 pitch is high, brings up 2-1. Valente stays on first. Two outs, 2-1 to Ungaro. 2-1 pitch, swung on and fouled off behind him. Brings up 2-2. One more strike here, and you avoid a fairly long inning that the Staples defense has had to deal with. 2 outs. 2-2 to Ungaro. Valente on first. Top of the third. Ungaro takes strike 3. Bruce Schlegelmilch is fired up. And Staples slowly finding the rhythm.
Some very, very, very nice off-speed stuff from Schlegelmilch. Gets out of the inning. And now the Wreckers' bats need to get hot. They really do if they want to have any chance winning this game. But so far today, it has been all Tristan McAllister for the New Canaan Rams, and he's just been dominant on the mound.
I believe we'll have Jack Jacob and then the top of the order for the Wreckers. 3-0 lead for the Rams in the first round of this 2026 FCIAC tournament.
Just 1 hit so far today for the Wreckers.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, is it different than what we've recently been seeing? Slightly worse than what we've been seeing, but it's something they've been struggling with.
Then what the hope is today is it's just got to click and has to go back to the way it was earlier this season when
right.
The Wreckers' bats were on fire. I mean,
and I'm not worried about the defense. I think Schlegelmilch I can really tell he's finding himself on the mound. I think he's going to be fine. So I'm more worried about their bats getting active in order to come out with a Staples win. But New Canaan, being the 7 seed, has a 3-run lead in the top of the third.
I mean, 2 games I think the Wreckers need to remember here is their 10-8 win over Norwalk, a team that was ranked higher than them where their runs were scoring, and then the walk-off win against Ludlow just recently.
First pitch to the blue man. Jacob swung on over to third, play to first. In time, but past the first baseman. Jacob turns on first, gets to second with ease. It's a double for Jack Jacob in the top of the third.
Thomas Shulman just missing Adrian Delicata, and the Wreckers now have their leadoff batter on second base just like that.
Look at this. Maybe some momentum for Staples. You can hear it in the crowd. Jacob on second. Find a gap here, possibly score a run.
It's the top of the order now, too, which is ideal for the Wreckers.
McAllister on the mound. Had 4 pitches and 4 balls to Cicero. And Cicero's first at-bat. First pitch to Cicero. Finds the zone for strike 1. 0-1 the count. 0-1. Cicero, swing and a miss. Brings up 0-2.
Wanted it all there.
0 outs. Jacob on second. Really big pitch here. Oh, 2 to Cicero. The pitch. Swings on it. Drills it into the Staples High School. Jacob on second. 0-2 count to Jules Cicero. Swung on it, barely got a piece of it, and he stays alive in the at-bat. 2 straight foul balls for Jules Cicero.
McAllister's off-speed stuff has really been terrorizing the Wreckers tonight. It's really amazing to see how well it's been doing.
0-2 to Cicero. Cicero swings on it. It's fair into third. Jacob rounds third. He's going to get home with ease. Cicero to second. He is safe. And Staples rallying it up. Cuts the deficit to 2. It's a double for Cicero. Jacob scores. And things are looking good for the Wreckers.
A huge bounce for Cicero. What could have been a ground out at first turns into a double, a nice double. Lined into left field, and with Cicero's speed, this game is right. They're right back.
Right back in it, Dylan. Here comes the lefty Cole Landgraf. Cicero on second. 3-1 now, the lead for the Rams.
Tying run at the plate.
First pitch to Landgraf. It's a strike. Landgraf did not swing. 0-1 the count. Cicero on second. 0-1 to Landgraf is high. 1-1 the count now. Find a gap here. It's a 1-run deficit. One to Landgraf. Doesn't swing on it. Good eye from Cole. 2-1 count now. Cicero at second. Vega on deck. Things are looking positive for the Wreckers at the moment. 2-1 to Landgraf is swung on and fouled right at the Ram dugout. 3-1 lead for the Rams. Cicero on second. 2-2 to Landgraf. It's been a long at-bat. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and crushed into right. Cicero won't be able to go home, but he'll stay at third, and it's a big base hit for Cole Landgraf.
Cicero got waved off immediately after contact there.
You know, I think Valente and Wright was ready for that. He was right on that ball right when that hit the ground, picked it off, and got it into the infield.
Runners on the corners with no outs for the Wreckers here in the bottom of the third inning. A 3-1 ball game, but the Wreckers are right back in this one.
First and third for Staples. Vega at the plate. 3-1 lead for the Rams. Vega, first pitch, takes strike 1. McAllister, although he has let up 1 run this inning and a couple extra hits, some of his pitches are still looking the same. Straight heat from Tristan McAllister. 0-1 pitch to Vega. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Still 0 outs in the inning. Something you got to realize. Mark Kelly on deck. 0-2 pitch to Vincent Vega. Here it is. Swung on. High fly ball into right center. Hegel calls it off. Valente makes the catch. Cicero will get home. Landgraf will remain at first, and it's an RBI for Vincent Vega. Just a one-run deficit for Staples now. 3-2 is your New Canaan lead.
That's all really Vega had to do there. Just put the ball in the air into the outfield, and Cicero was scoring in one-run game.
And they're back. You just can't count them out.
They don't need to get them all in one inning, but one more would be nice.
Landgraf on first. 3-2 the lead for the Rams. Kelly is hit. Is he? Umpire says no. Kelly says yes.
I think they say it.
McFarland's coming in. Kelly really wants it.
I thought it ricocheted off to his bat.
It looked like McFarland is very close to the home plate umpire at the moment. Dugout says unreal. Unreal is a vocab word that the Staples baseball team is constantly using. I'm not totally sure where it came from, but that is what something they would say is unreal. So Kelly apparently is not hit on that one. He's not happy about it. Neither is McFarland. Regardless, 1-0 count.
Would have to think it's McFarland, the one that thinks it's unreal, and it's probably where the team gets it from, but
exactly.
I wouldn't be happy with that one either.
Landgraf on first, 1-0 to Kelly. High fly ball. Into the right field area. Catch is made, and it's an out for Mark Kelly. Cole Landgraf remains on first, and out comes Bruce Schlegelmilch.
Wes Gallo, the second baseman, with a little bit outside of his area normally. Gets that ball on almost the foul line for right field. Pretty far to travel as a second baseman, but makes the play.
First pitch to Schlegelmilch. Sent deep into left. Can't get it over the wall. Bounces off the wall. Landgraf turns on second, gets to third, and it's a big-time hit for Bruce Schlegelmilch. I thought that was gone for a second, but Bruce Schlegelmilch and the Staples Wreckers are getting their bats active.
Like I was saying earlier, not just a pitcher.
Wow, I thought that was out for a second. Ungaro had the track. He was looking up at the wall, just hit the top of the wall, bounced down, and a tough play to make for Ungaro. And a mound visit for the New Canaan Rams. Things are looking positive for the Wreckers.
A lot of pressure now, though, on freshman Nolan Walters here. 2 outs, so really needs a single, and single probably scores 2, even. Definitely a chance of that, but against an experienced, committed pitcher like McAllister, Walters is going to have to step up to the challenge.
Only a freshman going against a Tufts commit is, of course, going to be tough, but nothing too challenging for the shortstop, Nolan Walters. Schlegelmilch on second. Landgraf on third. Find a gap, possibly score 2 runs, and take a lead. First pitch to Walters. Low, just below the zone, brings up a 1-0 count.
Walters is 0 for 1 on the night.
One and 0 to Walters, swing and a miss. Goes for strike 1. And if you really can't score a run in this inning, in this at-bat, that's totally fine because you got 2 earlier. 3-0 before this, 3-2 now. 1-1 count to Nolan Walters. Second and third for the Wreckers. Here's the pitch. Walters sends one over to center. Can't find a gap. Play to first. He's safe at first. Landgraf gets to the plate, and we're tied up at 3. It's a blunder for Delicana at first. He didn't have his foot on the bag. Once he caught it, it came up. And it's a base hit for Nolan Walters. Schlegelmilch advances to third. Landgraf gets home, and we're tied up at 3.
I was about to say, what a play by Nico D'Andrea getting in front of the ball there that was heading into center field, but then Delicata did not have his foot on first base. He was like playing hot potato with the bag. And
Dylan, we might have some controversy here. I mean, umpires are talking this over by first base. Fans think something else, but Walters is safe. I don't know what the controversy there was, but
I'm not sure.
Delicata just didn't have his foot on the bag.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can overturn that. That would be a very interesting overturn, as first base umpire called Walters safe, and with no instant replay or challenges in high school baseball. It's interesting.
2 outs. First and third for Staples. First pitch to Brill in the dirt. Schlegelmilch going home. Turns on the motors. He's safe at the plate. Staples has a 1-run lead in the top of the fourth. Bottom of the third. That's big time for Staples. You're down 3-0 earlier in the game, and you lock it in. It's Bruce Schlegelmilch turns on the motors.
Absolutely huge for the Wreckers. What an inning they have had. Nothing in the first 2, and their bats have clicked now, and Walters is on second base, still a runner in scoring position for Connor Brill, trying to possibly extend the lead even more.
2 outs. Walters advanced to second off of a wild pitch from McAllister. 1-0 to Brill. Takes ball 2. 2-0 the count now. Two-0 to Brill. Finds the zone for strike 1. Staples on top with a 1-run lead.
Would you say that the environment of this Staples dugout has turned from silent to rowdy?
100%. 2-1 to Brill. Low and left. 3-1 count now. Walters on second. 2 outs. Three and 1 to Brill. High fly ball into short right field. Play is made, ball is caught, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the third. Staples gets themselves a 1-run lead. It's 4-3 from Staples High School baseball field.
What was a 3-0 New Canaan Rams lead has turned the other way, and all of the momentum has shifted to the Wreckers. New Canaan scoring 0 runs in the third inning compared to the Wreckers is 4. Schlegelmilch comes on the mound for the fourth inning, fired up and looking to maintain this lead.
Memorial Day weekend is this weekend, and what a good way to kick it off with an FCIAC first-round win, if either team can pull it off.
And unfortunately, what was 95-degree weather has
I wouldn't say not 80.
Has turned into rain this weekend.
Oh, this weekend you're talking about. I thought you were talking about today.
Coldness. Yeah, today probably low 70s generously, but this week it's some beautiful weather, maybe even too hot, but this weekend is temperatures dropping down significantly.
Got some rain for sure. Staples Lacrosse warming up over at Paul Lane Field. Like we mentioned, if you're tuned in through the radio, we're going to send it over to Lacrosse in about 15 minutes. But if you're tuned in through the YouTube live stream, we're not going anywhere. DeAndre to lead things off in the top of the fourth. Curveball finds the zone. Schlegelmilch, first pitch, first strike. 1-run lead for the Wreckers after 4 runs in the bottom of the third. Top of the fourth now, 0-1. Swing and a miss for Nico DeAndre.
Back-to-back off-speed pitches for Schlegelmilch. Probably means it's a fastball here.
0-2 to DeAndre. Can't find the zone. Goes for ball 1.
You know, I don't think I've correctly predicted a pitch tonight, Thomas.
You haven't?
No, I think I've been wrong on everything.
All right.
So don't listen to me.
1-2 to Nico DeAndre. Finds the zone. Schlegelmilch. It's poetry in motion. One out after a big strikeout from Bruce Schlegelmilch. First pitch to Benny Hegel is a curveball strike. 1 out, 0-1 to the center fielder, Benny Hegel. Hegel swings on it, barely gets a tip on it. And Schlegelmilch is going to have a talk with the home plate umpire.
Not too sure what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know what words were exchanged there. But both of them return. And we're back in action. One out. 0-2 to Benny Hegel. Schlegelmilch finding his rhythm. 0-2 pitch. Hegel fouls one off down the third base line.
Bit early on that one.
Slightly early on that one. 1 out, 0-2 to Hegel. 0-2 pitch is high. Bruce, a tough fastball on that one. I'd say he reached the 90s right there for sure, but I don't have a radar gun on me. One and 2 to Hegel, just below the strike zone.
Really would be a shame if Hegel can get out of this for Schlegelmilch.
Right.
Was ahead in this count.
Schlegelmilch will take his time, step off the mound briefly. It's a 1-run lead for the Wreckers. I'd say compared to the regular season, the amount of fans at these games have increased for sure. 2-2 to Benny Hegel, and Bruce Schlegelmilch is dealing this Rams offense.
Fastball right down the middle. Hegel could do nothing about that one. Just a beautiful pitch from Schlegelmilch. 2 outs now, as it's the top of the order.
2 outs, back to the top of the order with Thomas Schulman. First pitch to Schulman. Can't find the zone as Schlegelmilch brings up a 1-0. One and 0 to Schulman. Bruce finds the zone on this one. 2 outs, 4-3 lead. 1-1 to Schulman in the dirt. Brings up 2-1.
Something interesting to note, Thomas, is the Rams have 2 pitchers warming up in the bullpen right now. One of them including Quinn Jens, who is their other ace on this team.
For the second time in 2 batters, the home plate umpire is coming to talk to Bruce Schlegelmilch. I'm not 100% sure what's that about.
Maybe wanting to switch out the ball? Not too sure.
It looked like it was a rules thing, but of course I'm not totally sure. 2 outs, 1-1 count to Thomas Schulman. Schulman down the first base line. Brill makes a good play, gets to the bag. Staples, their defense is picking it up a notch, Dylan.
Hard hit ball with good exit velocity, but Brill gets in front of it, makes the play, and the Wreckers head into the middle of the 4th with a lead now. And now they just got to extend on it.
So although we have several pitchers warming up in the New Canaan bullpen. Tristan McAllister remains on the mound.
It'll be Chase Landgraf to start off the inning for the Wreckers.
Chase Landgraf, then Jack Jacob, and then the top of the order. Staples bats finally got active in the bottom of the third. 4 runs scored. Every batter in the order of the bottom of the third hit, except for Chase Landgraf. So McAllister stays out there, and Chase Landgraf steps up to the plate.
Something really interesting to note, Thomas, is for both teams, the 2 big plays that scored runs were both off of errors. Delicata and Schlegelmilch.
First pitch to Landgraf. Low and left. 1-0 the count. 1-run lead for Staples after being down 3 just in the first 2 innings. 1-0 to Landgraf. Couldn't find the zone is McAllister once again. 2-0 count now. Two and 1 pitch. Another ball. Whenever McAllister, this is a trend I'm seeing, whenever he throws two balls, it's usually 3 straight or 4 straight. We saw that with Cicero. 3-0 to Landgraf. Another ball, and it's 4 pitches and 4 balls for Tristan McAllister. And Chase Landgraf gets to first base.
Landgraf with tons of speed, too. He's a very great base runner.
So here comes the blue man. Jacob elects to bunt. Chase Landgraf gets back to first. Made it about just below halfway on the track to second.
Yeah, that did not go to plan for the Wreckers at all.
Jacob takes another ball, still showing bunt. 2-0 the count. Landgraf on first. 2-1 to Jacob. He shows bunt. Infield is in. Takes it back. Ball 3. Actually, never mind. Ball 2, I guess. 2-1 the count now. One of those first 2 bunts must have been called a strike. Landgraf on first. 2-1 to Jacob. Still shows bunt. Gets it off. Landgraf gets to second. Jacob will be out on the first base line. But regardless, he advances Chase Landgraf, and out comes the top of the order for the Wrecker offense. It's Jules Cicero with Chase Landgraf on second. And that is just such a dominant duo.
Yeah, but Jack Jacob doing exactly what he needs to do for the Wreckers. Now, top of this order has a runner in scoring position with just 1 out, and the Wreckers are in a position where they can look to take a at least 2-run lead.
First pitch, Cicero. It's a ball just outside. Dylan, like I was saying, if Cicero finds a gap with how much speed Chase Landgraf has on him, could easily be a run scored and a 2-run lead for the Wreckers. First round of the FCIAC tournament. 1-0 to Cicero. Chase Landgraf goes to third. Hoffman can't get it there in time. It's an easy steal for Chase Landgraf.
Ball is dropped on the ground, and normally a runner would not take off there, which kind of has Hoffman not expecting it, but Landgraf takes advantage of it with his speed, goes. Runner now on third base for the Wreckers.
1 out. Landgraf on third. 2-0 to Cicero. Swing and he went. Home plate umpire sent it to the first base umpire, who said that Cicero, I believe he said that Cicero went on that one. Landgraf on third, Cicero at the plate. Here's a pitch from McAllister, curveball, can't find the zone. 3-1 the count. Landgraf, Chase Landgraf, walked on 4 straight pitches, got to second off the Jack Jacob bunt, and then to third on the steal. 3-1 to Cicero is above the zone, and it goes for ball 4. McAllister losing his rhythm, pitch by pitch. First and third for the Wreckers. Scoring opportunity, to say the least. And here comes Cole Landgraf. First third at bat of today's game. 1 out. His brother on third. Cicero on first. First pitch to Landgraf is low. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a steal from Jules Cicero at first.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Cicero goes, Hoffman doesn't throw, because if Hoffman tries to get that throw to second.
1-0 to Landgraf. Ground ball down the third base line. Can he get there in time? Yes, he can. It's speed from Cole Landgraf that gets him to first base for a base hit single.
Well, now all of that is off the table, but Vincent Vega has bases loaded.
Bases loaded for Vincent Vega is a dangerous sentence. 4-3. Staples has the lead in the first round of this FCIAC tournament. Thomas Scott and Dylan Robin live from 70 North. Bases loaded. First pitch to Vega. Fastball in the zone. 0-1 the count. One out. Bases loaded. 0-1 to Vega. Finds the zone for strike 2.
McAllister, who has had a pretty solid outing tonight, really hopes to get out of this one.
It's the third baseman Mark Kelly on deck for Staples. Bases loaded. 0-2 to Vega. High fly ball over to the right field line. It's on the Loeffler Hill. Drops into the grass. No New Canaan players were able to make the play.
That hill makes it very difficult for the first baseman or the right fielder to get those foul balls.
1 out. Bases loaded. Grand slam opportunity for the righty, Vincent Vega. McAllister on the mound. 0-2 to Vega. Just above the zone. I thought that one was inside, and so did these Rams fans beside me.
It's a great take by Vega. He knows that ump has not been calling that all night, and although a great pitch from McAllister, even better take.
1-2 to Vega. High fly ball into right. Valente makes the catch. Chase Landgraf on the way home. He gets there with ease. Cicero advances to third. Cole Landgraf stays on first, and it's a 2-run lead for the Staples Wreckers in the bottom of the 4th.
Once again, that's all that Vega has to do. Didn't make the best contact on it and home run off the table, but sac fly there is perfectly fine, extending the lead to 2 and brings Hobart commit Mark Kelly up with runners on the corner.
And I believe that's 2 RBIs for Vincent Vega so far this game. 2 outs. McAllister has a word with the second base umpire. First and third. Landgraf and Cicero. 2 outs. 1-2 to Mark Kelly.
The senior captain in his last FCIAC playoffs looking to make his moment here.
That was actually first pitch to Mark Kelly, excuse me. 1-0 to Kelly. Pick off to first, not in time. Landgraf is there at the bag with ease.
Gotta think Landgraf takes off here because we'll see.
2 outs. 1-0 to Kelly. High fly ball on the third base line. Runners go. Play is made by Thomas Schulman. And the Rams escape some late inning trouble, although they do give up 1 run, and it's a 2-run lead for the Staples Wreckers in the first round of this FCIAC tournament presented by WWPT 90.3 FM.
And it will be Schlegelmilch back on the mound for this 5th inning. Though it looks like Lucas Snow warming up in the bullpen for the Wreckers. Is that correct, Thomas?
I believe it'll be Lucas Snow in the bullpen, who's been a successful reliever and closer for Staples. 4 down, 3 to go from 70 North Ave. Schlegelmilch remains on the mound.
And the winner of this game will take on the 3-seeded Trumbull Eagles in Stamford either Monday or Tuesday of next week.
Cubetta Stadium is where that is played at. Two-run lead for Staples. Schlegelmilch still on the mound. He's found his rhythm. I've mentioned it before, but it's just been straight poetry in motion.
He's going to have a test here, though, with Maddox Hoffman. I would say by far the best hitter on the Rams.
One run for the Wreckers in the bottom of the 4th. And Maddox Hoffman comes up to the plate. Schlegelmilch, first pitch to Hoffman, finds the zone. It's a curveball, and it brings up an 0-1 count.
Great pitch there, gets Hoffman looking and puts him in control now. Bit too high on that one, though.
1-1 count. One pitch to Hoffman. Schlegelmilch can't find the zone on the curveball, just a bit low. Brings up a 2-1 count. Two and one to Hoffman. This one finds the zone. 2-2 count now. 0 outs in the top of the 5th.
This would be a huge first out.
Like we mentioned, getting through these first 3 hitters in this lineup is tough. This one, the second. 2-2 to Hoffman. Just low in the dirt. Brings up a full count. A big pitch here. Fans getting on their feet. Like we mentioned, packed Staples baseball field today. Full count to Maddox Hoffman. This one is sent a high fly ball into right. Cole Landgraf on the hill. Makes the play! Cole Landgraf, an outstanding catch past the right field line. It's an acrobatic play for the Sharkman.
Was just talking about how that hill made it very difficult to catch fly balls, foul balls, and Landgraf embraces it, uses it to his advantage, jumps off it, makes the diving grab, and looks like they're going to say he didn't catch it.
Whoa.
I'm not too sure about that one.
Listen, I had a pretty good view of that one. Pretty sure Cole Landgraf caught that one. Umpires are going to talk it over just to the right of the pitcher's mound.
I don't see the Wreckers complaining, however. And
I don't see them complaining, but I thought that was a pretty easy catch.
Yeah, that seemed routine. Let's see what they say.
Yeah, catch was made, they call it. I believe that's what they were talking about, but
I think they're saying it's a drop.
Oh, are they saying it's a drop?
Wow.
They are.
Wow. That's crazy.
I thought he made the play, okay. So back to a full count with Maddox Hoffman. 2-run lead for Staples. Full count pitch to Hoffman.
Oh, wow.
Out of the zone. Actually, I'm not going to say what I was about to say, but the full pitch count to Hoffman is outside of the zone.
I thought the ump was going to give that one to Bruce.
I was going to say ball don't lie, but...
And, I have to think that Landgraf just didn't survive the contact with the ground. The ball must have popped out at the end.
And like you mentioned, on a hill like that, that's going to be tough.
Yeah. He hit the ground hard, and it was a great effort, and what we thought was a catch, but turns out not.
First pitch to the pitcher, McAllister. Finds the zone for strike one. Tristan McAllister still on the mound for the New Canaan defense today. Been successful at the plate. 0-1 to McAllister. Hoffman elects to stay up first. Might have had a small window to steal. Torrey gets it back to Bruce. Hoffman on first. 1-1 to McAllister. Bruce steps off the mound briefly and regathers his thoughts.
You think this is the last inning we see Schlegelmilch in, or you think he makes it to 6?
I think he makes it to 6. I don't know. It'll be tough. But, he threw earlier this week, so really never know.
McFarland did let him go for the complete game against New Canaan earlier this season, and he pitched a lot, so will be interesting.
Pick off to first, not in time. Hoffman is at the bag in time. 1-1 to Tristan McAllister. Hoffman on first. 0 outs in the inning. McAllister takes strike 2. Brings up a 1-2 count now. Bruce looking at first base briefly. 1-2 to McAllister. Hoffman didn't go. Pitch was high. Brings up 2-2 count.
Did not want to test the Torrey's arm there.
One and two to McAllister. He swings on this one. It's into deep right center. Landgraf makes the play. Hoffman retreats to first, and that goes for the first out of the top of the 5th.
A little worried about that one with great contact, but just doesn't go far enough, and now it'll be Adrian Delicata on the plate.
So Delicata steps up after the pop fly from McAllister. Hoffman on first, 1 out, 2-run lead for Staples, and a fresh count to Delicata. First pitch to Delicata. It's high for ball 1, 1-0 the count.
And Maddox Hoffman has been wanting to take second base all inning now, and will be something that Schlegelmilch will have to think about as well as DeTore.
1-0 to the first baseman. One and 0 to Delicata. Cranks this one into right. Landgraf has the track. Back at the wall. Delicata. It's gone! It's a big one for Adrian Delicata. And we're tied up at 5.
Just like that, Thomas. Tie game.
It's a 2-run homer in the top of the 5th. And we're all square at 5. Adrian Delicata had Hoffman on first. Deep ball into right. Landgraf couldn't make the play over the fence. And in the first round of the FCIAC tournament, we're tied up at 5.
It leaves the Wreckers dugout silent, and Schlegelmilch is having a talk with his pitching coach on the mound. Looks like he's going to stay in this game, but Lucas Snow enters the dugout from the bullpen, and it's now a tie game.
2-run homer from the Rams. Grant Hickey steps up to the plate. And we're going back and forth at 70 North Ave. First pitch to Hickey. Ground ball over to Cicero. He can't get there. It's a base hit for Grant Hickey. Sent into center field. Schlegelmilch slowly losing himself.
Through the gap right there, and Cicero could not get to it. Valente is going to have a chance here.
Here's one, another one deep into right. Landgraf makes the play. Hickey retreats to first. But Valente got a piece of that one.
Cole Landgraf's speed saving a potentially catastrophic hit there, so very, very nice play for the Wreckers as Schlegelmilch tries to get out of this inning to retire Ungaro here.
Ungaro at the plate. Hickey on first. One and 0 to Ungaro. Takes ball 2. Excuse me, that one was actually a strike. 1-1 the count. Two outs. 1-1 to Luke Ungaro. Ungaro takes strike 2. Schlegelmilch finds the zone on that one. Nodding his head is Bruce Schlegelmilch. Locking himself in. First base for New Canaan. 1-2 to Ungaro. Finds the zone. A big one for Schlegelmilch. Right at that New Canaan dugout. We're tied up at 5, heading into the bottom of the 5th.
That will probably be the last pitch that Schlegelmilch throws today, I would say, Thomas. But overall, a very solid outing for him. And if he does come back, I wouldn't be too surprised, but you got to think they hand over the reins to Lucas Snow.
What a game, Dylan. We asked for a good one for the broadcast booth, and we got that. Tied up at 5.
Tied at 5 in the 5th.
Schlegelmilch will lead off for Staples. McAllister still out there. The Tufts commit has shown some resilience in this one.
Schlegelmilch with a huge double off the fence in his most recent at-bat. Looks to take advantage.
First pitch to Schlegelmilch outside the zone. One and 0 to Schlegelmilch. Fouled up past the first base line.
A wall there separating Delicata and the hill, so he was unable to get that ball.
All the seniors that are in attendance are wearing their goggles to be safe for Senior Assassin. Don't want to get out at a time like this.
Day 2 or 3 of it now?
Day 2 or 3 of it. I've seen some action on the Instagram page. If you're not following it, go support.
Always an interesting time of year when Senior Assassin comes around.
2-1 to Schlegelmilch. Outside the zone. 3-1 now.
Hitters count. He's gonna wanna be all over this one if it's good.
Walters, Brill, Chase Landgraf, then Jack Jacob to follow. 3-1 to Schlegelmilch. Drills one into the left field gap. It's big time contact for Bruce Schlegelmilch, and he gets himself a base hit single. He had a double earlier, and it's been nothing but success for Schlegelmilch at the plate tonight.
Incredible contact from the pitcher, who has just excelled at the plate here tonight as well. As going to be Schlegelmilch subbing out now.
It's Dean Patel to pinch run for Staples. Schlegelmilch will come out, and that might primarily be maybe regather himself to maybe get himself one more inning.
Yeah, maybe they want him to go 6, and the sophomore now is going to have to
step up
on the bases.
McAllister still on the mound. First pitch to Walters. High fly ball into left. This could drop. It does! Patel gets to second. Walters gets to first. A high fly ball down the left field line is fair and into no man's land. Scoring opportunity for Staples. And out comes Connor Brill, who's had several big moments this season.
Great slide there by Dean Patel. I mean, very great base running, waiting to see if that ball is caught or not, and as soon as it hits the ground, he is off. And limited varsity minutes this season, but stepping up huge in a playoff game.
Tied up at 5. Brill elects to bunt. Can he get to first in time? He cannot. Dean Patel advances to third, and Walters gets to second.
Second and third.
Second and third. I love the bunt call there.
1 out for the freshman, Chase Landgraf.
I love that whenever Chase Landgraf plays his Southern Knights walk-up song, the entire dugout sings it. We're tied up at 5. Second and third for the Wreckers. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Landgraf. Cranks one over to shortstop. Patel out at the plate. Chase Landgraf gets to first. Nolan Walters gets to third, but a heads-up play from Tristan McAllister to throw that one to home. And Patel couldn't get there.
You know, I'm not sure that's the move sending him there.
100%. He did not have to go.
Don't think that's on him, though. Just think that probably just not the right decision. Would have been bases loaded for
However,
Jacob.
If he did not go and McAllister threw the play to first, then Chase Landgraf most likely would have been out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's first and third instead of second and third. But
exactly. And here comes Jack Jacob. First and third, 2 outs. First pitch to Jacob. Curveball is high, just above the zone for ball 1. 1-0 the count.
And the 9-hitter is really going to want to put something in play.
1-0 to Big Blue. Strike 1. Two outs, first and third for Staples. Tied up at 5. Jacob, swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Would be great if Jacob can get a hit here. Not only would that maybe score a run, but also bring up the top of the order. Don't want to lose this chance. 2 outs. time is called, and it is granted.
Through all of this, Staples Lacrosse versus Greenwich just kicked off.
2 outs. 1 and 2 to Jack Jacob. McAllister finds the zone. It's a big pitch for Tristan McAllister. And we're all square at 5. Staples had the chance to take a lead, but they could not capitalize on the opportunity. If you're interested in also tuning in to the lacrosse game, then you can head over to WWPT 90.3 FM. But of course, do not close out this stream because we're tied up at 5 at 70 North. Schlingemilch still out there.
He's back for the top of the 6th. That is something that has been so impressive with Schlingemilch this season, is even on limited rest, he can throw often and he can throw a lot. He goes far into games, and that is so crucial with a talented pitcher like him.
Usually, he only pitches about 5 innings, then Snow will come in for 6 and 7 and finish things out. But Schlingemilch says he's got the power, but he's just got so much grit inside of him. I'm not even surprised that this decision was made.
And for listeners, a little bit confused because Schlingemilch did get pinch ran for in high school baseball. If you get pinch ran for, it does not take you out of the game. A little bit different substitution rules here.
Absolutely. Leading off for the top of the 6th for the Rams is DeAndre, who is hit in the helmet. DeAndre takes it and goes to first. Schlingemilch shakes that one off. Benny Hegel comes up to the plate now.
That means that there's a very good chance that Schlingemilch is going to have to face all the top 3 hitters of this New Canaan lineup.
McFarland will step out to take a visit with Bruce Schlingemilch, and that might be it. That is going to do it. It'll be Cole Landgraf.
Interesting.
To step up and pitch. I heard this before. Heard this throughout the school day today. I wasn't totally sure if it's true. Of course, he is coming off an injury, but he's been dealing when he's relieving for the Staples defense. So out comes Cole Landgraf to the mound.
Also, I really like this as Landgraf is a lefty, and in that strong New Canaan order, 3 out of their 4 top batters are lefties. So,
Dylan, that's such a good point. You mentioned that earlier, but they might have done this 1, 2, and 3 lefty thing, New Canaan, but it's going to be different now with Landgraf at the mound.
The George Washington commit, looking to close this one out for the Wreckers. But still a tie game here in the 6th inning. I'm going to make a prediction here that whichever team scores the extra run is probably going to end up winning this game, Thomas.
Solid prediction. Lacrosse game is underway. Ethan Kastner and Ryder Sklar with the coverage for that one. Greenwich, should we call the lacrosse game, Dylan?
Still looks like it's 0-0 over there.
Can't really see any numbers, so I wouldn't give you the best play-by-play. I think Thiesinger just made a save, though.
Looks like a turnover. Staples Field, just to the right of Paul Lane, so have a nice view from here.
All square at 5 in the first round of the FCIAC tournament presented by O'Shea Productions and WWPT 90.3 FM. Heading in to the top of the 6th. Bruce did his job, got through 5, only let up 5. But it's up to Landgraf now.
Still not much action, but Hegel finally takes the plate.
So here comes Benny Hegel. Possibly some nerves for Cole Landgraf, but he'll settle in. DeAndre at first after being hit in the helmet. Hegel elects to bunt, gets it off. DeTore can't pick it up and can't get it to first. First and second now.
Just fumbles that one there and puts Landgraf in a very tough position now facing the top of this order. And it's first and second with
Landgraf.
no outs.
First and second for New Canaan. Troublesome situation for Staples. 0-1 to Schulman. Shows bunt again and fouls it off. 0-2. First and second for New Canaan. Oh, 2 to Schulman. Landgraf can't find the zone. All score at 5. 1-2 to Schulman. Similar pitch to the last one. Another ball, 2-2. A big pitch here. First and second for New Canaan. 2-2 to Schulman. Down the third base line. Kelly makes the play. He did not get it to the bag.
I think that's a foul ball, though.
I'm not told. Okay, it is called a foul ball. Okay.
Yeah, that was.
I wasn't sure. I mean, Kelly made a diving effort.
It was left of the line pretty instantly. That's why it seemed like he held off on it for a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of just chucked it at the plate when he saw the runner. 2-2 to Thomas Schulman. Still first and second for New Canaan. 2-2 pitch to Schulman. Ground ball into the left field gap. We're going to have bases loaded for the Rams. With 0 outs in the top of the 6th, this is not looking good for Staples whatsoever. And Maddox Hoffman will step up to the plate. Grand slam opportunity. Landgraf has to contain himself. Letting up 1, maybe even only 2 runs in this inning would be ideal for Staples. Bases loaded, top of the 6th. All score at 5. Hoffman, first pitch, high. 1-0 count. Bases loaded. 1-0 to Hoffman. Another one high. 2-0 now. Infield is in. Just barely. Two and 0. Landgraf finds the zone. Two and 1 now. Bases loaded for the Rams. 2-1 pitch inside. Brings up 3-1. One more ball. And a run scores and a lead is taken for the New Canaan Rams. Like I mentioned, Staples took an FCIAC first-round loss last year against St. Joe's. If they do it again here, that would just be heartbreaking. Cole still finding his rhythm. 3-1 pitch. Can't find the zone. Hoffman has himself a walk. And New Canaan scores one more run. 6-5. It's a Rams lead in the top of the 6th.
I wonder if there was ABS in high school baseball, if DeTore would have challenged that one. Looked like Landgraf actually might have painted the corner there, but umpire does not give that one to him.
So 6-5 now. First run scored on the top of the 6th. Fresh count to McAllister. Ground ball to Mark Kelly. Double play opportunity. Play at the plate. They can't get it. Dettori can't pick it off. And it's a 2-run lead.
I don't know if that was necessary, Thomas. Might have been smarter just to turn 2 there. And you're going to throw it home. Didn't need to fire it in there to Dettori, but still bases loaded with no outs for the Rams. And now Adrian Delicata is up, coming off a home run.
Delicata takes ball 1, still bases loaded. 7-5, New Canaan leads.
Infield is in.
1-0 to Delicata. Landgraf finds the zone. 1-1 count now. One and 1 to Delicata. High above the zone, brings up 2-1. I believe Cole Landgraf will soon be able to find his rhythm. At the moment, he hasn't. 2-1 to Adrian Delicata. Takes ball 3. Wow. Staples doesn't like it. Umpire disagrees with them. 3-1. Another ball scores another run.
Landgraf really needs to get this one on target.
3-1 to Delicata. It's a swing and a miss. A big-time fastball for Cole Landgraf.
I think we see the same exact thing again. Can't be too tricky. You just want to make sure this ball is on target.
3-2 to Delicata. Can't find the zone. It's 2 walks in a row given by Cole Landgraf, and it's a 3-run lead for the New Canaan Rams. McFarland will step out to the mound to talk to Cole Landgraf. They got 1 run from the error in the infield. Mark Kelly got it to Dettori at the plate, who couldn't pick it off, and then it was just 2 walks that scored 2 runs. And Landgraf is going to head back into right field, and Lucas Snow will step out to the mound.
And still no outs. And this is a position that the Wreckers really haven't faced much this season, and it's not a good one, as right now with bases loaded and no outs, the goal for Lucas Snow would probably be to escape only allowing 1 or 2 runs. I think that New Canaan's going to score a couple more this inning, and now the bats are really going to have to be on fire for the Wreckers in the bottom of the 6th and 7th innings. Also going to be a pinch hitter for New Canaan's Nick Pasillos into the game. Did play earlier this April.
So Staples is going to need a big 2 innings. They really can't allow any more runs, which is going to be tough given that it's bases loaded with 0 outs in the top of the 6th.
Lucas Snow, another lefty. And he's been warmed up in the bullpen, but originally was expecting to go in and try to close and win this game for the Wreckers. Now just trying to help make sure New Canaan doesn't increase their lead.
Temperature is dropping in Westport CT.
As Snow looks to be finishing up his warm-up on the mound real quick and see what he can do so the Wreckers do not go home in this first round.
Would be a heartbreaking way to go out for Staples. They battled back, being down 3 early, Now they find themselves in the same position. Down 3 in the top of the 6th. Bases loaded for Lucas Snow. Pasillos, the pinch hitter. First pitch to Pasillos, finds the zone for strike 1. Staples really needs Lucas Snow to find his rhythm fast.
It's a great way to start with a strike. Lessens the nerve.
Bases loaded. 0-1 to Pasillos. Curveball finds the zone. This would be a big 1-2-3 if he could find another strike here. Pasillos down in the count. 0-2 the count. The pitch just inside.
One and two still. Snow has control over this count. Infield is in once again for the Wreckers. Looks like on a ground ball they will be going home.
Dettori will talk things over with Snow. They get back to their locations, and we're back in action. Bases loaded for New Canaan. 1-2 the count. One and 2 pitch to Pasillos. Low of the zone, brings up 2-2. You don't want to walk another batter here.
Snow wanted that one just a bit too low up the zone. And gonna need to get back to his stuff earlier in the at-bat or right now.
2-2 to Pasillos. Ground ball. Cicero can't get it. Hoffman is home. Another one turning third. It's 2 runs scored for the New Canaan Rams.
And McFarland's call of infield in proves to be costly there. Ball bounces over Cicero's head. Can't get back to it, and with a 5-run 6th inning, the New Canaan Rams take a 10-5 lead.
Not looking good for the Wreckers at the moment.
Still no outs.
Still no outs. 5-run lead. First and second for New Canaan. Bunt is shown. Nobody gets there. And it's an easy bunt. Staples slowly falling apart. And Valente shows bunt, goes for a bunt, and we're back to bases loaded. That's another costly error from the Staples infield.
I'm not sure what the defense is doing. They've been so on it this game, and it is just all going awry right now. Bases loaded, no outs once again for the Rams, up 5.
So here comes Ungaro out to the plate. First pitch swinging. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. Bases loaded. 10-5 the New Canaan lead. 0-1 to Ungaro. Again finds the zone, so that's another 0-2 count that Lucas Snow finds himself in.
Getting out of this one would be huge. Just a confidence booster for Snow if he can do it.
0-2 to Ungaro. Fires one into right. Drops into no man's land. Run scores for New Canaan. It's a 6-run lead for the Rams.
And this just looks to be an endless bases loaded rotation for the new Canaan Rams. Someone scores, someone gets on, someone scores, someone gets on, and the Staples Wreckers have not been able to get any outs in the meantime, and
Staples
not going well.
Slowly giving away their FCIAC chances.
Favored in this game, too, as the 2 seed in this tournament. Definitely a little bit of a surprise.
0-2 to DeAndre. Again, it's bases loaded. DeAndre ducks. Snow throws one high. 1-0 the count.
As Staples Field has become silent.
1-0 to Nico DeAndre. Still bases loaded. Pitch is high. 2-0 now. To Angaro. Takes strike one. (11-5) lead for New Canaan in the top of the 6th. They've scored 6 runs in this 6th inning. Snow steps off the mound for a second. 2-1 the count to Nico DeAndre. A shortstop for the New Canaan defense. 2-1 to DeAndre. This one's high. 3-1 count now.
Everything just not going the Wreckers' way, and there's a possibility that they might just have to move forward and on to states.
3-1 to DeAndre. Gets a piece of this one. Over to Cicero. In short right field. Cicero doesn't throw it to the plate. So they get the first out. You would think it's at least the second out, but that's the first out of the top of the 6th.
And then now, in the Wreckers' bullpen is sophomore Garrett Patterson warming up, and he has mainly been a pitcher on junior varsity this season. Hasn't gotten much varsity action, if any at all, and it'd be very interesting to see if Coach McFarland puts him in to get his first taste if this game gets out of hand.
First pitch to Benny Hegel is a strike. Listen, Dylan, you never know. You really never know with FCIAC sports. I think it's the top of the order for Staples. Imagine they rally things up. They need 6 runs. Never say never. 1 out. Bases loaded still for the Rams.
Something I like to say, Thomas, is in the FCIAC anything can happen.
0-1 to Hegel. Gets a piece of this one. Fouled off. On car wash. No contact. 0-2 now to Benny Hegel.
Snow just looking to get his second out of the inning in what has been a painfully long top of the 6th for the Staples Wreckers.
Oh, 2 to Benny Hegel. Finds the zone. A big pitch for Snow. Still bases loaded, but we're out to the top of the order. You really can't allow a base hit here. You don't want to allow Maddox Hoffman to step up to the plate. It's Thomas Schulman for now.
This is Schulman's second time batting this inning, too, which is, it is something. Bases loaded, 2 outs, but a 6-run game, not ideal for the Wreckers at all.
Schulman takes ball 1, 1-0 the count. Still bases loaded. I think it's been bases loaded for every single batter in this inning. Just feels that way. 2 outs, 1-0 to Schulman. Fouls this one behind the plate. Dettori can't get it, just over the fence by the dugout.
Tobias with a nice snag. Injured, not playing in this game, but gets the ball off one bounce. One-handed grab there. And, you know, I think since the start of this game, wind has picked up. I think the temperature has probably dropped at least 10 degrees. It's getting colder here at Staples.
2 outs, bases loaded. It's a 6-run lead for the Rams. 1-1 to Thomas Schulman. It's a wild pitch. Another run is going to score for New Canaan.
That just cannot happen.
That cannot happen. If you're going to allow a run, at least let it be a hit. But a wild pitch and a stolen base, not quite ideal.
12-5 here at Staples. That is 9 unanswered runs for the New Canaan Rams. Thomas Schulman back at the plate.
2 outs. This time 2nd and 3rd for Thomas Schulman. 7-run lead. Schulman fouls one off. We see Nate Pauley out in the bullpen warming up now as well.
Looks like he hit his elbow. Ball just ricocheted off, and Schulman in a little bit of pain, but probably a little bit happier with the score of this game right now.
Two outs, 7-run lead for the Rams. 1-2 to Thomas Schulman, the leadoff hitter for the Rams offense. Pitch is high, brings up 2-2. Two outs, 2-2 to Schulman. 2nd and 3rd for the Rams, top of the 6th. Two and 2 to Schulman is swung on, and it's a high fly ball into left. Chase Landgraf makes the play. An outstanding play from Chase. Runs a fairly long distance, but Staples. Here's what I'll say never say never, because you really never know. Seven runs necessary to tie this one up. But you never know, Dylan. Never know.
Never know, but it's going to be Tristan McAllister back on the mound. That certainly doesn't help.
McAllister stays out here for the 6th. Officially got my pants on. Had to put them over the shorts. It's getting a bit cold out here.
Definitely a little bit chillier.
Cicero will lead off. We're back to the top of the order.
It's been a long game, over 2 hours and 5 minutes of game time, and still just the 6th inning. Me, myself, I have to stretch.
Yeah. Apparently Dylan's got a tea time after this.
Will not be happening.
Will not be happening. We got bigger fish to fry. McAllister looking to close this one out. Staples looking to rally back and pull off the impossible. Cicero starts us off. First pitch to Jules Cicero. Swings on this one. It's a high fly ball to shortstop with DeAndre. DeAndre makes the catch. Goes for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. If New Canaan can score 7 runs in an inning, why not Staples? Landgraf comes to the plate. First pitch to Cole Landgraf. He takes strike 1. 0-1 the count.
Over at Paul Lane, Staples is up 7-1.
Cole swings on a ball. 0-2 the count now. Oh, 0-2 pitch is low in the dirt.
McAllister still in the game. A very impressive outing from him. Some runs allowed, but
1 out, 1-2 to Landgraf is high. 2-2 count now.
5 runs is no big deal in this game.
2-2 to Landgraf. McAllister couldn't find the zone. Full count now. 3-2 to Landgraf. He's hit on that one. Takes it like a champ. He'll also take his base. So out comes Vincent Vega.
The Wreckers need a rally, and they would need to start here with Vega.
Landgraf on first, 1 out. Mark Kelly on deck. Vega at the plate in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Vega. Finds the zone for strike 1. McAllister stays dealing the Staples offense. Really showing no signs of struggle so far today. Wouldn't be surprised if he finishes the complete game. 0-1 to Vega. Not in the zone. New Canaan fans don't like it.
Very unhappy. New Canaan fans.
1-1 to Vega. Takes strike 2. He didn't like that one either. 1-2 count now. Landgraf on first. 1 out, 1-2 to Vincent Vega. Makes some solid contact, sends a high fly ball into right field. Valente on the hill makes the play, which will go for the 2nd out of the bottom of the 6th. Then Landgraf will remain on first.
Valente has just been so strong in right field here today. A bunch of great plays from him, and this 6th inning not looking too good for the Wreckers, and their deficit still looms.
Mark Kelly steps up to the plate. Two outs. Staples down 7. Landgraf on first. Kelly, first pitch, takes ball 1. Two outs, 2-0 to Mark Kelly. Landgraf on first. Kelly takes ball 3. Listen, Dylan, I think a part of the recipe to Staples rallying back is getting active in the dugout. Not as loud as they used to be before in this game.
Energy is diminished.
3-0 to Mark Kelly. Finds the zone for strike 1. 3-0 the count. 3-1 the count. 2 outs. 3-1 to Mark Kelly. Swings on this one, makes some contact over to the left field line. New Canaan makes the play.
Great play by Thomas Schulman, the third baseman.
And not just that, but they get out of the inning, and all they've got to do is close one more out, and they're headed to the FCIAC semifinal.
One more inning for the New Canaan Rams, but in more lighthearted terms, Tristan Bennett just scored the 8th goal for the Staples Wreckers over at Pauline Field. They lead the Greenwich Cardinals 8-2. You can tune into WWPT 90.3 FM to hear Ethan Katzner and Ryder Sklar on the call. Two blowouts, one over there in Staples' favor, but here, not going their way. And Thomas, it's going to be Lucas Snow still on the mound. Just silent here at Staples Field.
It's Logan Orr at catcher now. Paul DeTore has been taken out of this game. Other than that, infield and outfield remains the same. Staples, very low energy at a time like this. If New Canaan closes this one out, it'll be the second time in a row, I should say, that Staples has exited the FCIAC tournament in the first round.
And they're going to have a lot of time to think about this one. State tournament doesn't start for about a week, so have some practices, work on some stuff, and got to get back out there. And I hope to go far in states, but the competition there is thicker. Maddox Hoffman, Northwestern commit, has been pretty great tonight. Will be back up to the plate.
So Hoffman steps up for the first at-bat of the top of the 7th. Final inning, 6 down, 1 to go in the first round of the FCIAC tournament here on WWPT 90.3 FM. First pitch to Hoffman, high, ball 1.
And Snow just wants to get out of this inning. No action yet, but it's all he wants to do. Because you cannot let New Canaan score anything more.
2-0 to Hoffman. Swings on it, makes contact. Logan Orr calls it off. Can't make the play. It was a spinning ball, so it's pretty tough to make. But it'll go as a foul ball.
Snow not too happy with that. He wanted that ball caught. But Hoffman will live to see another day.
Two 2-0 to Hoffman. 2-1, excuse me. This ball brings up 3-1. Seven-run lead for the Rams. 3-1 pitch. Hoffman drills one over to Mark Kelly at third, who can't make the play. Hoffman rounds first. Kelly still picking it up. And Maddox Hoffman gets to second base with ease. It's a base hit double for the Northwestern commit. And it is 12-5. Still in the top of the 7th.
A hard hit ball there by Hoffman, but normally that's a routine play for Kelly. Just can't make it there. Took a bit of a bounce, and Hoffman gets second base.
Not looking good for Staples, to say the least.
All energy is gone
But
here.
McAllister, who's still on the mound for the New Canaan defense, steps up to the plate. Hoffman on second. First pitch to McAllister is low below the zone for ball 1. 1-0 to McAllister. Over to second base with Cicero. So Brill is in time for the first out of the top of the 7th. Hoffman advances to third. A base hit here could possibly advance this New Canaan lead to 8.
And Adrian Delicata is up to the plate. That game-tying home run earlier today.
Oh, 2 to Delicata. Delicata swings on it, gets a piece of it, fouls it off behind him. Stays alive in the at-bat. 1 out. 0-2 count. Oh, 2 to Delicata. I thought that found the zone, but umpires disagree. 1-2 count. Delicata still down in this one.
The umpires want to stay here for longer, I guess. Some extra hours for them.
Umpires are talking things over with Staples infield. A rugby ball got onto the field. Cole Landgraf dishes it back to a youth rugby practice over on the Loeffler field.
Infield is in for the Wreckers. Looks like on ground ball they're going home.
1 out, 1-2.
Ooh. It's off Delicata's helmet.
Hits his helmet, and Delicata will take his base.
It's not ideal for Snow, as he had 2 strikes there and was ahead in that count. But now he's not.
So, another mound visit. Lucas Snow will most likely come out.
Going to be sophomore Garrett Patterson into the game, as it's out of hand and he looks to just show his stuff and get his name out there for Coach McFarland.
I believe we've seen 4 pitchers today, Dylan. Bruce, Cole, Snow, now Garrett Patterson. Not looking good for Staples, to say the least. Down 7.
Patterson with some velocity, but not like Schlegelmilch, but he's just trying to get out of this inning. Staples Field is silent. Fans are in shock.
If New Canaan can close one more out, one more inning out, I should say, then they will head on to play Trumbull in the FCIAC semifinal.
Patterson with some good stuff in the warm-up, but it's going to be a tough test with Grant Hickey, Jake Valente, and Luke Ngaro.
So the sophomore, Garrett Patterson, comes out to the mound. Hoffman on third. Only 1 out in the top of the 7th.
And Thomas, I can tell you that Garrett Patterson did not expect to be pitching today. And although it's not for the best reason at all, Staples is down 7, he gets a chance to show his stuff out there.
First pitch for Patterson. This one's low, goes for ball 1 to Grant Hickey. First and third for the Rams. It's Delicata and Hoffman.
1 out.
1 out, 1-0 to Grant Hickey, the designated hitter. Oh boy, here's a deep one into left. Landgraf has the track. That won't matter! A 3-run homer for Grant Hickey. And they are pouring it on the Staples defense. Unbelievable.
That's Patterson's welcome to varsity moment there. Going to be good to get that one out of his books early, but something to be lingered on as the sophomore gets taken deep.
Unreal. Unreal stuff.
Deep ball into left field there. Cleared the wall. Just an absolute monster hit there by Grant Hickey, the designated hitter for New Canaan.
New Canaan now tripling the Staples runs. It's 15-5. Goodbye baseball, says Grant Hickey for the 3-run homer. Wow. I think Valente saw that one. He's like, I want to do the same.
Patterson will get another chance now, though. Bases are cleared.
One and 1 to Valente. Foul ball.
Almost hit the New Canaan school bus.
Almost hit the New Canaan bus.
A dominant performance from the Rams marching over to Staples today.
1 and 2 to Valente.
Patterson gets him there.
Yeah, Patterson Dylan. I'm in shock. I mean, first mound visit. This is his first mound visit for varsity, correct?
If I'm not mistaken, this is.
So I mean, that's absurd. Got to feel for him. Hickey sends one over to left.
Great mental composure there, though. Getting the great strikeout on Valente as there are now 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. As
0-1 to Ungaro. Take strike 2. 0-2 the count now. 2 outs. 1 pitch away from escaping this troublesome inning.
Patterson with some nice stuff here.
0-2 pitch to Ungaro is low for ball 1.
15-5, a double-digit lead for the New Canaan Rams. This is something that nobody expected to happen here tonight.
1-2 pitch is low, brings up 2-2 the count.
Thomas, almost 2.5 hours this game.
Almost 2.5 hours is correct. 2-2 count. Pitch is high, brings up a full count to Luke Ungaro, the left fielder. It's been successful all around tonight. 2 outs. Full count to Ungaro. High fly ball is foul over towards me and Dylan. This one bounces.
I wanted to catch that one.
Dinks a car, no damage.
I think if I stood up, I would have been able to get it.
Oh, yeah, Dylan?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Full count to Ungaro.
Looks like he tipped that one there.
Swings on it, barely makes contact.
For the Rams, Quinn Jens exits the bullpen, heads back to the dugout. He is an ace for New Canaan, but they may just want to get him a little bit of look there.
3-2 to Ungaro is outside of the zone for ball 4, and he'll take his base on the walk.
Going to be DeAndrea, who's been very, very efficient at the plate tonight. And Patterson, it is an early varsity start for him.
First pitch to DeAndre. It's a wild pitch.
He's facing some legit batters.
100%. Ongaro advances to second on the steal off the wild pitch. 2 outs. 1-0 to DeAndre. Goes for strike one. 1-1 the count.
Good stuff there by Patterson.
The shortstop DeAndre has the 1-1. Curveball finds the zone. 1-2 count now. Just one pitch away from escaping this 3-run inning for the Rams. Never say never, Dylan. I'm starting to say never. Ground ball over to third base coach for the Rams. Catch is made. New Canaan dugout loves it.
And Thomas, if this was the bottom of the 6th inning compared to the top of the 7th, we wouldn't even be playing a 7th inning because of the mercy rule. It's an absolute wrap by the Rams.
1-2 is in the dirt, brings up 2-2. 2 outs. Ongaro on second. DeAndre at the plate. 2-2. DeAndre gets a piece of this one over to the Loeffler Hill. Not in play for any foul ball catches, but
Patterson battling out there. Just needs one more out.
2-2 to DeAndre. Another high fly ball on the Loeffler Hill. I think just in between 2 cars, but I feel like that would have shattered a windshield if it hit one.
That one got me concerned. That was a high ball right into the parking lot, and it had some velocity on that.
2 outs. Here's one ripped over to shortstop Nolan Walters. Play to Connor Brill is unsuccessful. Now to the plate, another run scores for the Rams. Ongaro goes from second to third to home off a big-time error from the Wreckers defense, and everything is falling apart for Staples. 11-run lead for the Rams, 16-5. Not something you see every day.
Brill just had to field that one cleanly, man. I mean, it's tough. Not much self-esteem, down 10. Not much energy, but Patterson's job just got a lot harder with another batter he has to face. Going to be Ben Leibowitz pinch hitting.
Leibowitz takes ball 1. One and 1 to Leibowitz. One and 1 pitch is high for ball 2. Two and 1 to Leibowitz. Swing and a miss. 4 run scores. 4 runs have scored in the top of the 7th.
11 runs for the Rams over their last 2 innings.
2 and 2 to Leibowitz. This one's high, full count now.
Patterson's going to want to put this one on target. Good pitch there, just tipped by Leibowitz.
Full count to Leibowitz. DeAndre on first, the pick there. Connor Brill makes the play. Pass was not in time.
Got him.
Patterson got Leibowitz for strike 3, and we're heading in to the bottom of the 7th.
Patterson recorded 2 outs there, and both were strikeouts, so although letting up the home run on the first batter, some very, very promising stuff from the sophomore. As for the New Canaan Rams, it looks to be Mason Morgan on the mound. And Thomas, I think we're going to see some hitters for the Wreckers that we normally do not see. But
Dylan, are you going to say never right now?
I'm going to say never. 11 runs, and looks like Coach McFarland is putting in his pinch hitters. Going to be Will Allett, looks like, on deck.
So New Canaan will advance and go on to play the Trumbull Eagles in the FCIAC semifinal.
Barring some sort of miracle. But Mason Morgan, the lefty, looks like he's throwing some heat and will be tough. Temperature, I would say, has dropped even more here, Thomas.
I'd say so. The pants I put on are helping a lot, I have to say. Yeah, Dylan, this game has been going for how long? 2 hours, 32 minutes.
It's been a long one, and
it's been a chilly one, too.
In the last couple innings for the Staples Wreckers, not a fun one.
Will Allett will lead things off for Staples. For New Canaan, they scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fifth, and then it was that monstrous 6th inning. They had 7, and then 4 in that top of the 7th inning. Staples just had 4 in the third and 1 in the fourth, which makes it 16-5.
Will Allett at the plate.
Morgan at the mound now. Allett fouls one off left and behind on the first pitch.
That's going to be entering the Staples Greenwich game right there, Thomas.
Which do we know the score of? I'm not quite sure I know, but
10-2.
10-2.
Wreckers are up.
We'll have to hear that. At least one of our teams will most likely be advancing to the FCIAC semifinals. 1-1 to Allett. Sends one over to the third baseline. It is foul.
Good contact there. Just
got a piece of it.
Ball draws a little bit to the left there. And can't keep it fair. So now it's 2 strikes for Will Allett.
1-2 to Allett. Another one in the dirt brings up 2-2 the count now. Dylan, I'm not sure who's going to come up after this because we've, of course, switched up the batting lineup severely, but 2-2 to Will Allett. 2-2 pitch. Allett over to third base. Ungaro played to first in time.
Allett just can't beat that one out. Good contact and had a chance, but not there.
So Xavier will step up to the plate.
Haven't seen him yet tonight, but down to their final 2 outs. Looks to just get a hit.
16-5 is the Rams' lead. Morgan on the mound. One and 0 to Xavier. Morgan finds the zone on that one. 1-1 the count. 1 out.
It's a good pitch there, Thomas.
1 out. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for Xavier on that one.
Not the ending the Wreckers want. It's looking like 3 straight scoreless innings. 13 unanswered runs put up on them.
Unreal. 1-2 to Xavier is high. Brings up a 2-2 count.
outscored 13-0 in the 5th through 7th. That is
It's not ideal, Dylan.
not ideal at all, and Coach McFarland and the players cannot be too happy.
2-2. Still a 2-2 count. Xavier stays alive with the foul ball off the behind fence. One out. 2-2 to Xavier. This one's high. It'll bring up a full count.
Don't know who's on deck for the Wreckers. They don't have anyone swinging, but
3-2 to Xavier. It's a swing and a miss. 3 strikes. Gets the job done. And Xavier heads into the dugout. So one more batter. And New Canaan is heading in.
going to be Declan Jandora, the junior, into the game.
Love to see that. DJ, let's see what you got, Jandora. 2 outs. First pitch to Declan Jandora.
Takes ball 1.
Got another rugby ball that has been put onto the field by the youth rugby practice.
That's 2 tonight.
2 tonight. Will we see 3? 2 outs. 1-0 to Jandora, who is possibly the last batter of this game. 1-0 pitch. Finds the zone for strike 1. One and 1 to Jandora. This one finds the zone again. 1 pitch away from advancing to the FCIAC semifinal. One and 2 to Jandora. Swing and a miss. New Canaan hangs on and it beats Staples, and they're headed to the FCIAC semifinal. It's a heartbreaking loss for the Wreckers. Just a big, big inning for the Rams in the top of the 6th. 7 runs scored, Dylan. 7 runs scored. And then 4 in the 7th. That is unreal.
Just not the Wreckers' day. Looked promising in the 3rd and 4th innings, but could not hold on. And this one's got a sting, and it's something that they're going to think about for the next couple of days.
So a lot of emotion on the diamond today. Staples falls 16-5 in a thriller. Just heartbreak for Staples. This is now the 2nd year in a row that they've been eliminated in the first round of the FCIAC tournament. New Canaan will go on to play Trumbull, but Staples has to redirect their thoughts to states. So a short break, and they're back into the state tournament. Dylan, thank you for joining me in the broadcast booth today. It's been a pleasure. 16-5 is your final from 70 North Ave. If you want to keep listening to some awesome play-by-play coverage, you can go over to WWPT 90.3 FM for Ethan Katzner and Ryder Sklar at Paul Lane Field for some FCIAC lacrosse. I've been Thomas Scott, joined here alongside Dylan Robin. Thank you all for joining us. Have a wonderful night.